everyone.
What's up guys, Unofficial MCU here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have some unfortunate Marvel delays for the future of the MCU regarding Phase 5, Phase 6, and even Phase 7. This comes from an official announcement and report from Marvel Studios or Disney themselves, as they have pushed back or have either actually removed a couple of their projects from their release slate. We're gonna go ahead and hop right on into it. This video is really serving as an overall overview video here, much rather. I'll go into more detail and in more depth here, specifically on each project in regards to the movies or TV shows for Disney Plus that have been delayed here in separate future videos here on the channel. All the more reason to grab that subscribe button and that notification bell if you haven't already. In this video, we are going to be taking a quick read from ScreenRant.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. As a read, as the SAG-AFTRA Actors Strike and Writers Guild of America strikes remain ongoing, multiple Marvel Cinematic Universe TV shows and movies are seeing their release dates shuffled and pushed back. Phase 5 of the MCU has been put into much of a disarray due to not only both of these strikes and mixed receptions as well, to a variety of their projects, resulting in a number of major release dates changed already. One of the most recent came from in the form of 6 movies being delayed recently, including Deadpool 3, Blade, and both Avengers: The Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, among others. This is something that had taken just about a month or so ago now, and now we're seeing new reports of even more delays into the regards more specifically for their shows here. The Hollywood Reporter has brought word that the What If Season 2, Echo, Agatha Darkhold Diaries, and previously subtitled Coven of Chaos actually, and X-Men 97 are all being moved due to their ongoing strikes with the actors and the writers here. The animated multiversal shows is now set to premiere closer to Christmas Day for What If Season 2, after originally being set for an early 2023 release, but that never actually went through and actually happened. It's now getting to the late part of the year here, and now we're finally hearing something into the regards of What If Season 2. While the Hawkeye spinoff Echo has been delayed to January of next year from its November 29th date, they were supposed to be dropping all episodes all at once. That was probably still going to be the case, but just sometime January of next year. And I do have to agree with the Echo one, if for anything, mostly because they're already putting out Loki this year as well as the Marvel's movie, so I feel like 2 more projects to wrap up for the MCU for this year is good enough, and that they really should push one of those back to next year, so I'm glad that they honestly did that. The WandaVision spinoff about Agatha the Harkness is pushed to early fall of 2024 next year instead of winter of this year, and that we kind of knew that that was going to be pushed back because we never actually officially heard anything about it, and now they're finally saying something about it and saying that it is going to be pushed back into next year of 2024. It is being delayed quite a bit though, however. The animated revival of X-Men 97 as well is moving from fall of 2023 to early 2024. In addition to the Black Panther Wakanda Forever spinoff, Ironheart has also been pulled from the schedule entirely, as well as Daredevil Born Again and the Wonder Man shows are indefinitely delayed as their productions remain completely halted. They are just kind of taken off of the overall release slate, just completely. They aren't there anymore, which is really more than a shame, especially as that the Daredevil Born Again show was just getting into like the midst of its production and really beginning to pick up right when the strikes had begun, and now it's just entirely like removed from the release slate. It's supposed to be releasing next year, but that might not be the case anymore, unfortunately. That was a lot to take in, so recapping that real quick, What If Season 2 was supposed to come out early of this year. Now it's now pushed back to Christmas of this year. Echo was supposed to come out of as November 29th of this year. Now it's pushed back to January of 2024. Agatha Darkhold Diaries was supposed to release winter of this year and has now been pushed back to early fall of 2024. X-Men 97, the animated show, was supposed to release this year in the fall, has now been pushed back to early 2024. Daredevil Born Again was supposed to come out sometime early next year, and that's just removed from the slate, so TBA to be determined here. And Ironheart was supposed to come out fall of 2023. That there is just taken off of the slate there as well. And the Wonder Man show was supposed to come out the next year, 2024, sometime. We just don't know exactly when. That there as well has been completely taken off of the release slate there as well. Really, this year all being said, the confirmation of these various MCU release delays seems to be on the horizon when the aforementioned movies found themselves shuffled around. These here are all their shows, and as I had to mention, a bunch of the movies beforehand, such as as Deadpool 3. Blade and both the Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars were all delayed earlier, just about a month or so ago. Now we're seeing all of these shows pushed back here as well. Why is this happening though, however? As I had mentioned, namely the SAG-AFTRA, the actors, and the WGA, Writers Guild of America, continue to find themselves without any offer from the overall AMPTP worthy of their work, meaning that these overall studios aren't really necessarily negotiating all that much. Last I had heard is that it was looking good fairly for the Writers Guild of America, and that a lot of the studios wanted to talk and discuss with the writers overall, and then move on to the actors and get that whole thing situated, sorted out, and then move on to the actors after dealing with the writers. However, Disney, being in charge of Marvel Studios here as well, Bob Iger, CEO, has been overly stingy on this whole situation and hasn't been taking it well, and saying that it's going to sort itself out. They're eventually going to come crawling back, pretty much, essentially. Boy, is he wrong though, however. It's going to come back around and it's going to bite him in the butt and the entirety of the company here as well. I honestly at this point wouldn't be surprised to see Bob Iger actually removed from chairman or CEO of Disney, as they had just did with Bob Chapek. They might be in store for putting somebody entirely completely new as the chairman or CEO of Disney. Disney has the money, they have the funds to work these things out. There's no reason to be stingy over it. Additionally, the production of Daredevil Born Again and Wonder Man, as I had mentioned, both of those were in production and actually filming right before the strikes, and were really just both of them getting into the midst of their overall production and filming right before those strikes really took place, and that they had to halt those, have been on hold for some time now at this point, for about the last 2 to 3 months, making it understandable that Marvel is pushing their planned releases back until the shows can actually be completed and they continue with their production and their work. Ultimately though, these delays can prove beneficial for both Marvel and fans of the franchise heading into the rest of the MCU's Phase 5. The second chapter of the multiversal saga has found itself the subject of a widespread criticism from fans and audiences, critics alike, namely the recently concluded Secret Invasion Disney Plus show, whose finale saw a franchise low of just 7% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is really bad, especially for Marvel. Prior to it, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania similarly was met with mixed reviews and reactions from fans and critics alike, mainly for their visual effects, which the Marvels, Captain Marvel 2, its sequel, is also seeing complaints about with the recent trailer already. So these delays here and the causes really come from these ongoing strikes. This is major, honestly, breaking news here. We're finally seeing it. We have all been talking about this for the last 2-3 months here on the channel, that this year was going to be happening, or a lot of people actually have been talking and discussing this, not just here on the channel, of course, and that Marvel is going to be forced to delay a lot of not just their movies, but also shows. We're finally seeing it. I mean, good for the actors and the writers, but it's taking too long. They need to sort this stuff out, and this goes out to Marvel Studios and Disney. They need to figure it out. This here all being said, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. I'll catch you guys in the next one. As I had mentioned, I'll continue to keep you guys updated with everything that we're hearing here about these delays. And as I had also mentioned, we're going to go into more detail, into more depth here, specifically with each of these projects and to everything that we know with them. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one, guys. Peace out.